Hey guys, it's Randy Reviews. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to give you my Peacemaker Season 2 review and initial thoughts, how I'm feeling at the moment. And let's get into this. I like the season. I really did like the season. I feel that the first season, I think it was not flawless. I think the first season was better than this season, and this season with this whole Earth X dimension that I believe most fans were privy to. Noticed obvious. I didn't know where we're going with that Earth X, but yeah. So I guess I'll start with the characters. John Cena, great as Chris Smith. I was forgetting his last name, Chris Smith. Jennifer Holland. The only actors I know by name, their real names, but everybody else is good. Adebayo, Vigilante, Economos, right? Juju Master, the little bit that we get in them in the show. Who am I forgetting? Is it Fluffy? Is it Tim Middles? That's his character's name, Fluffy? That he did a great job. I did like this finale. I can see people's complaints with it. Well, for starters, Chris is in jail, and we have to work our way to get him out. He thinks he's cursed because of all the stuff that's happened in his life. So as far as finale, because it's the first that's in my mind, it was an okay finale. We see Rick Flag, since he partnered with Luthor, he kind of becomes Luthor. He wants to open up this dimension that I think it's clear, and he wants to throw meta-humans over there. Very meta commentary, but I liked it, but just very weird from his character. He wants to kill Peacemaker, almost does in episode 4. I believe episode 4 or 5. But it kind of almost books Chris, so he can't. So, that was a strange storyline for him. Just all this build up to see what he's doing, and he just wants to throw meta-humans on this side, very Lex Luthor, yeah. One odd thing I found was Sasha, the cyborg, relationship with Rick. We see her flirting one of the previous episodes, and I didn't know, was that real or was she trying to help Chris? And I thought to myself, why would she be helping Chris? So I guess she's just sleeping with the boss, just to sleep with the boss. I don't think she got a promotion or anything. And then we have that in the finale where he presents the boardroom and they're leaving, and she pretty much says, I'll go this way, maybe I'll see you later. We didn't really see her grapple with the revelation about, this is like, he's trying to build a prison and just put metahumans in there. We see later that she's not okay with it, but we don't feel no build up to that. So yeah, I know I'm all over the place, I know I'm not going in order of the finale at all, but those are kind of weird things that I found. The whole Adebayo and Kia scene, their dialogue, their I guess breakup, we call it. I liked. I totally forgot about all that. We touched on the relationship earlier in the season where, we know that she's not living there. She's living in some hole-in-the-wall motel, but that's a storyline that I forgot about until we saw him. Oh, yeah, she's not with Kia anymore. Kia wants to go to Gotham for some reason. Yeah, those are a few things that are just kind of like storylines. They're just kind of there. Or even like, not storylines, but little pieces when Sasha meets with Hardcourt, and she talks about they're doing what we already know, the prison, and she says Chris is right, she says, but she says Hardcourt's like, I don't care, this is our job, and she goes, yeah, she goes, I don't care, what are you gonna do? And goes, I don't know, it can't be this. She goes, I think I got a friend. And everybody else, she just kind of Hardcourt kind of just switches. The light bulb comes on a little too soon than it should. But I wouldn't say this was a messy finale, but it doesn't lead to anything exciting. I mean, like, in the end, we find out Rick Rick's team, they kidnap Chris and throw him in the portal and he's there and we don't know what's over there and I just, that's it. I'm going to have to wait another 3 years to see what comes of that. Maybe he'll make an appearance in Man of Tomorrow. But as far as the whole season, it was fine, kind of disappointing that this is the way it ends. After everything the 11th Street kids go to, this is the way it ends. I do like the motel scene between everyone. Peacemaker, Annabelle, everyone's there trying to get Chris, to come back, and they want to know why he's being so weird and he feels he's being cursed. I really liked all that, but you really don't feel that. Like, Vigilante says, I don't want to do cool stuff without my best friend, but you don't really feel that. Because I think the only time they really interact is after he kills Earth X Chris, they chop up the body, and that's pretty much it. We rarely see them interact or talk. Even in the first season, I think when they first reunited, don't they shoot cans or beer cans, something like that? They do something like that, Again, I know I'm all over the place, but my thoughts are all scrambled. But yeah, like I said, like a season, it was fine. I mean, coming off from season 1, I expected something better than what we got. I do like little moments. At the end, they take Vigilante's blood money and they open up Checkmate Agency, and Juno Master and Fluffy Tim Meadows is there for some reason. I kind of get why Juju Master would have a change of heart, but it just feels like Tim Meadows, like there's no reason why he would join. I mean, he kind of, I guess he didn't like the stuff that Rick Flag was doing, I guess, but he was more of a comedy relief character, which I really enjoyed. I liked it a lot. I like that kind of humor, silly, taffy humor, I guess you would call it. Yeah, I really don't have much other to say. It was an okay season. We have to wait another 3 years to see what happens. James Gunn says he doesn't really know, but I don't know if that he's just saying that to throw people off. We know that he likes writing this character. We know that he likes the show. Everyone, everyone that works on the show loves the show. So I guess we'll keep it going until John Cena doesn't want to, or James Gunn doesn't want to anymore. But yeah. So yeah, those are my thoughts. The season was, I guess, kind of a letdown. The finale wasn't as bad as I guess it could have been. I know people were complaining about cameos, and I think that the two bands were the cameos. We finally found out what happened on the boat. Wasn't as interesting as people thought it was going to be when they keep bringing up the boat and the boat and the boat. But yeah, I guess in this episode, Chris finds out. I guess he feels like he knows who he really is now, which we could have got. Wish we could have got that halfway through the season and not the last episode. I like the first 4. I think I like the first half better than we like the last 4. I also thought that maybe they would, kind of reunite with Chris and maybe take on Rick Flag. A little epic battle or something. I think in season 1, the last episode, correct me if I'm wrong, I think there was some kind of epic battle. Something that went down and there was nothing here. It's like, let's get the team back together and open up this agency. Yeah, so those are my thoughts. Just a lot of little storylines and moments that just, I don't know what they were there for, Even like, I think I already said this, but Vigilante and Chris don't really communicate or hang out all that much through the season because he goes to Earth X and he's there and we see what he's doing there. And yeah, so, I felt their friendship way more in the first season than I did in the second. I'm kind of sad that Vigilante kills Chris' father in Earth X because we find out that he wasn't a racist or a Nazi. He was a good guy, To us, I guess we could saw coming. I could saw coming. I didn't know, until we found out, such that he killed him, But that world was no place for Chris. It's not where he belongs. But all in all, I really enjoyed the season. Could have been better. Could have been a lot worse. Yeah, those are my thoughts. it just seems like James Gunn's more, I guess, concerned, I guess, with the humor than he is with the story. You know. Yeah, those are my thoughts. I know I'm all over the place, so um, yeah, and I'm all over my place with my ramblings, but still trying to gather my thoughts through all this. I'm hoping for season 3 if we ever get one in another. I'm guessing 2 or 3 years, maybe more. I really don't want a Peacemaker movie if that's what they're gonna do. If they're gonna kind of Mandalorian and Grogu it and just give us a movie, I don't want that because there was a lot of problems with the season. If there's a lot of problems and complaints with the season, a 2 hour movie or 2 hour and 30-minute movie isn't gonna do it justice. So, but yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know down below if you agree with any of my sentiments. If I'm totally wrong, if I'm totally right, yeah, just let me know. Have a safe day. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.